And as you get into it, we're going to get into it today. So what's up, man? What's up? How are you feeling? All right? Yeah. Shake it off. Get your mind right. So real quick, I just wanted to come to you and holler at you, real fast. And, drop some bombs of what's on my mind. So I've been, as I do my research on, topics that I want to touch on and talk about, I came across something about our generation, the millennials, right? The middle children, I like to say. Because I do feel like we fit perfectly in between most all these generations, and we tend to be the ones that everybody get along with. That's my perspective. They say that we're buying homes later in life, and we're living with our parents and a little bit longer, and we're also like a renter culture and not less ownership. My question is this such a bad thing? And my second question is that even fair? Like, can we really use these old ways of measurement of like how progression, or how we measure progression or generation? Can we use those same levels of measurement to say that we're doing either bad or good? Like, how about if we found other ways to own, or maybe it's more lucrative and less of a hassle to own certain things? I mean, to me, I think that's a little, off, because I know a lot of people in my age bracket who are buying homes, who are actually owning these things. So I guess on a larger scale, we may be doing this, because I do see a lot more, unit buildings being built in these areas, in certain areas, in especially here where I'm at. Less houses, but more like units. And that's understandable. A lot of us are moving out of the rural areas into the cities, and that's okay. I mean, we all understand that that's something that we want to do, but we also want to be mindful of that as well. But my thing is that such a horrible idea of living? Now, I do truly believe in ownership. I believe you should own something, because it is a way of building wealth and maintaining wealth at the same time. Like, if you have the opportunity to do a little bit of Airbnb, even if it brings like $500 in a month, that's something that you should get into, because having a nice steady stream of income is always great, and we understand that, especially in these type of times. So, I don't know if this is not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, but of course, the article is not, saying this is all good. But I just wanted to bring it to your attention. Is this a conversation that you and your friends been having? I mean, if so, you know what to do. Go ahead and drop a comment up on the Facebook page, and wherever you're getting you're getting this beautiful podcast. And now here on YouTube, we're going to be available. So, make it happen. Also, less jobs, right? So in this time, we have a lot of articles going around saying that less people are going back to their jobs, and more AI is coming out, replacing jobs. Again, is this a bad thing? I don't think so. The only thing that I am not really concerned about, but the thing that I want to bring to your attention is, at the end of the day, technology is not going to stop advancing. How can we, as a people, keep up with technology? I think the biggest thing is the affordability of these new technologies when they first hit the market. Like, if you were able to utilize the AI technology within your small business, then I think we could, dampen some of the problems that we may be having as on an economic playing field. And being able to use it in your day-to-day will make you a little bit more comfortable with what's going on. You know, I don't think that the fact that people, job market is what it is a bad thing. I really feel like the education on being an entrepreneur should be rising, because with this new technology, it needs to be utilized. It needs to be advanced. And maybe it's an opportunity for us to all change our paths of what we originally thought we were going to be doing. You know, quantum computing to blockchain, all of these different technology advancements that are taking place right now, not in the future, right now. People are using these things. People are utilizing this technology, and those who are not aware or just don't want to be aware are the ones who are not going to benefit. Cryptocurrencies, all these things, like the list just goes on. But it's not to frustrate you, it's really just to get you aware. So have that conversation and let me know. I mean, to me, no, it's not a problem. I think being an entrepreneur is probably the answer for a lot of the problems that are going to be promoted later on in life, as in either, less people working in these malls because you have technology that's, taking place, and or whatever it may be. I just think it's a great opportunity for you to start understanding and utilizing AI to everything. You're not too old if you think that you are. I think that's just a myth. But it's time for you to get involved. And the reason why I say it's time for you to get involved, because, I mean, it's no greater time than now. People are trying to implement these things, and I don't think they're initially nefarious. I don't think it's initially a way of wanting to make you poor or whatever, or wanting to replace you. I think as a race of human beings, we're just wanting to get to wherever we think is better, wherever that is. And I think a good way of looking at it is being able to profit and benefit off of it instead of being the person who is not. So educate yourself. Do something about it. Do you have a game plan? I mean, do you have a game plan at all? And what is your game plan? I mean, we talk exit strategies when it comes down to the financial markets. What is your exit strategy? Like, do you have a strategy at all? Are you picking up the books? Are you doing the readings? Are you trying to understand how the economy really is working? I realized at this age that I didn't know much about like how the system really worked. And I had to re-educate myself, and I'm still educating myself. And maintaining that same enthusiasm day to day to want to understand how systems work and how to implement your own system, that takes a lot of energy from you. I mean, and when you got more news coming at you every single day, it can be overwhelming. So have you even thought about your game plan or how the economy is working? I remember being younger talking about like politics in a way of like, not really big on politics because I'm such a spiritual person. But I realized that politics is spiritual as well. Like your whole reality is spiritual. And from the way that you act and the way that you carry out your actions and your thoughts, that's all a spiritual thing. I think we can move away from just thinking spirituality is this, sit and just meditate or talk about the fifth and fourth dimensions and all this. Like it takes being a gentle warrior. I think you do have to express your spirituality in its truest form, and not be afraid of the certain emotions that are there. So I just wanted to say that, get a game plan together. And if you and your friends don't have a game plan, then y'all might want to question it. I mean, and start thinking about it. It's a way of moving around now that you may want to, because as the gap widens on every spectrum, doesn't matter if it's wealth, doesn't matter if it's education, whatever it is, I think that is also something that can be measured a little bit differently. I mean, who are we saying, who's the top or whatever? But As the gaps widen, the only way to close the gap is if you take control over your reality. So take some time and take your extra time and get down to business, get down to work. I mentioned earlier on my TikTok, because on my TikTok I do my daily agreements, which I enjoy. So definitely, if you're on TikTok and or any social platform, they're gonna be. I post those like daily. My moment of agreements, and I mentioned not only embracing your shadow, but also taking that control. Like, embracing your shadow allows you to show a side of yourself that you may not have seen, or a side of yourself that you know that exists, but you may haven't deemed it appropriate at one point in time. I mean, dig into it a little bit deeper and find a way to express yourself in those ways, because that's also important for you to have. That's important for you to show. So, just more of that. Man, damn, it's kind of the end of it. Real short and real sweet today. A little 15-minute talk with you guys. I mean, I'm just enjoying my coffee today. No crypto news for you right now. No blockchain news for you. No NFT news for you. I just really, again, wanted to come and holler at you guys and drop a few things that were on my mind. And you know what? Just be awesome today. Be great. So I'm going to leave you with a quick moment of agreement. And like I said, if you are at your crib, take a moment. If you are in the car, keep your eyes open and keep riding. All right. So here's your moment of agreement. May you do the things that are necessary. You feel it. You know what they are. And you also have an idea of your best version of yourself. No longer have that duality between the two. Allow yourself to not only feel the person you want to be, but be and belong to that person. There's no struggle that needs to be involved. Do away with struggle. You already deserve that version of yourself and everything that comes with it. So there's no need to put yourself through these these continuous struggles and loops, bogging yourself down with techniques and different applications of it. Think about it. If you can think of a better version, that means you can be that version right now. You cannot change your circumstances without changing your imaginal activity. So walk the path. Take up the stick, the lamp, and lead and guide yourself through that darkness. It's nothing wrong with the darkness. It's nothing wrong with the darkness. Embrace it today. So if you're in agreement like I'm in agreement, and you're going to dive deep today on 3. 1, 2, 3. And so it is. There you have it. There it is. Another episode of Coding Culture. Like I always say, if you want to leave a review, please go ahead and drop that review here on your Apple Podcasts, Overcast, wherever you're getting your podcasts. And also head over to my Facebook page at Coding Culture Podcast and join the conversation. I also have a great little Reddit thread that I'm starting up for you guys, so we can have some conversation and I can start taking your questions there. So if you have questions that you would like answered, head over to the Reddit, go ahead and drop them in. And on the next episodes, I can start, hollering at you guys, giving you my thoughts and ideas. So until we see each other, be great, be vigilant, be curious, be you. This is Coding Culture. I'm your guy, Yazi. Peace and blessings.